Hey guys, welcome to my small little fitness vlog. I'll be doing like a small upper body day in the TMUCC Dugan Wellness Center. It's gonna be around like 5 to 6 exercises, so it's not as bad. I'll take you guys through what I usually do in the Dugan, and yeah, I'll explain throughout the video, and I'll probably dub over because it's still kind of embarrassing like talking in front of a camera in a public space, so yeah, hope you all enjoy the small vlog, I guess. See ya. Hey guys, welcome to my small commentary. I'll take you guys through on the specific cues that I look at in my workouts. And yeah, that should be all. Let's get it. Like you saw earlier in the video, I placed the dumbbells on each side of my knees, and I kicked them up one by one up to my chest. I try to puff out my chest while arching my back as much as I can to fully stretch out the pectoral muscles. For the tempo work, I usually descend 2 to 4 seconds and I push the dumbbells up as fast as possible. Doing it with this tempo puts the muscle in a hypertrophic state, which optimizes muscle building. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Claire Barden. You may be wondering to yourself, who's this Claire Barden person and why am I talking about her? Well, Claire Barden is a female nurse who served in the Civil War. Before being a nurse, she used to be a teacher. Claire Barden even founded one of the first free public schools in New Jersey. Then she became a clerk in the U.S. Patent Office in Washington, D.C. after moving there. After hearing about the First Battle of Bull Run, she sprung into action, quit her clerk job, and went straight to the war. Her job consisted of transporting medical equipment of the wounded Union soldiers during the war. Pretty interesting stuff, huh? Now let's go to the next exercise, where I'll be doing machine presses. Alright, let's go. Not gonna lie guys, I don't know what that was, but let's move on, shall we? As you can see in the video, I'm not usually doing tons of weight since my priority is muscle building. But wait, you may ask, don't big muscles equal big weight? And to that I say, maybe. Since I try to build as much muscle as possible, it's more beneficial doing less weight and more reps to stimulate the muscle. It may seem backwards, but big weight correlates with strength training more than bodybuilding. Now let's get back to Claire Barden, shall we? The primary source that I chose, and you guessed it, is about Claire Barden and how she aided soldiers in Antietam. She was so good at her job that she was deemed the angel of the battlefield. Pretty cool, huh? The actual letter itself was written on September 17, 1862, during the Civil War. In these times, women aren't supposed to be participating in the war, let alone actively participating in it. So for Claire Barden to be there is very uncommon, and oh boy, she helped many. In the letter itself, Claire Barden brought medical supplies to surgeons and without any medical knowledge at all, assisted them in aiding wounded soldiers. Pretty impressive for a teacher slash clerk, am I right? Now on to the next one. Don't tell me it's another project. Well, this exercise is the lat pull down. This movement is a great way to increase back thickness. Even though the name has the lats in it, it's not really a lat exercise. It's primarily an upper back movement, more than anything. Contrary with the tempo from the first two exercises, I pull the bar down as fast as I can while letting the weight pull my arms back up. The up movement should take around 2 to 4 seconds to feel that stretch on the upper back. Now more about the primary source. In the small shack where Claire Barden and the surgeons harbored, laid wounded soldiers after multiple artillery strikes. At nightfall, however, firing ceased. Claire Barden lights lanterns to aid the visions of surgeons struggling to see. Through the horror and panic that the day has given the soldiers, Claire Barden provided light to ward off the fears that crawl in the midst of night. Now why is this letter so significant anyways? More on that on the next exercise. Alright, let's go. Is my commentary really gonna matter at this point? I mean, I didn't even know it was gonna be a project in the first place. Whatever. I kinda cooked on that last one though. Y'all gotta give me props on that one. Well, anyways, the last movement is the simple seated dumbbell curl. The only cues that I have for this one is up fast, down slow, pretty self-explanatory. Now for the important part. Why am I covering what Clara Barton did then? It's because a similar thing happened way back in 2020, during the pandemic. Now, wars and pandemics aren't the same, but do you know who we desperately needed during those times? A bunch of Clara Bartons, that's for sure. Clara Barton set the standard for what to expect coming from a nurse and any medical profession out there. Her example to rush out, face first into the battlefield to help the wounded is exactly what happened in the pandemic. Nurses risking their lives to save the human race. I may be exaggerating, but it was a worldwide pandemic. Nurses then were treated as front lines of the operation, making sure the sick are properly cared for. And what similarities does Clara Barton and nurses during the pandemic have in common? Their importance to keep their environment clean and sanitized. If it was important then, it's still important now. Alright guys, I forgot to do an outro, so here y'all go. I really enjoyed making this video since it really brought my creative side out. I believe I could have done more, but with the time that I had, I didn't get to do it all. But I'm still very proud of the outcome, even though it was only simple edits here and there. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Hoping the next person I cover is the famous painter from Germany with a small mustache.